Hi, friends. Welcome back to Live at the Roxy East Coast Edition. I am at my dad's house back east. I got here on Mother's Day. We're going to talk about rom-coms today. We're going to talk about, I watched The Idea of You, the Anne Hathaway movie. But before I do, it's my show, Live at the Roxy. So, wow, this hair thing is really popping today. It's my show, and so I talk about what I want. And we're going to talk about a few other things first. So, welcome back. Thanks for being here. Can you hear me fine? Let me know. I have the mic on my camera, but I didn't plug in my Blue Yeti mic, but I can if you can't hear me. So let me know. Thanks to everybody who's joining the chat live right now. Appreciate you guys. If you're on the East Coast, good evening. If you're on the West Coast, if you're having a good afternoon, if you're somewhere else in the world, I hope that you're just living a beautiful life. Okay, so many different things to talk about. Number one, yesterday was Mother's Day. Usually for Mother's Day, I try to go live because I know some of you guys are having a challenging day, just like your girl. And listen, I just couldn't yesterday. I was traveling. I went to a wedding in Charleston, and then I flew in, and then I was with my family, and I was at the cemetery, and everybody was here, and I'm at my dad's. I can stream when I can, and it just didn't work out yesterday. But if you were on my Discord, I checked in with you guys in there and just wanted to make sure that everybody was having an okay day. I'm sure some of you are glad it's over. I'm sure some of you guys are like, what's the big deal? It's just Mother's Day. And if it's not a big deal to you, then no worries. If it's a big deal to you and it's a good day, I hope that yesterday was the best. If it's a hard day for you, I'm glad that it's passed. Because, boy, man, some years just hit you differently. I was texting. I got a lot of texts in the morning, which is so sweet from my friends that just were checking in on me. And then I also sent out some texts to my newer DPC friends. Anybody who lost somebody recently, I always try to make sure that I jump on that quickly. And then a lot of them texted me. So just was nice to have a community for the day. And I hope that you guys still felt community even though I wasn't here live. But I am here this next day. And what I did last night was I watched a rom-com called The Idea of You. Have you guys been hearing about this rom-com? This is the Nick Gavelstein. I don't know if that's how you say his name. I'm not looking at it right now, but I feel like that's what it was. Movie with Anne Hathaway. It's really Anne Hathaway's movie with Nick Gavelstein. I know he corrected people on how to say his name. I still don't know how to say it. But it was two of them, and I saw that this was getting unreal reviews. It was just getting such good reviews. It has like an 80-something on Rotten Tomatoes. My friends were all loving it. I saw my friend Jess Lucero. She either went to the premiere or somewhere, and she said like this was the greatest. Just a lot of people I knew on Instagram just hyping up this rom-com. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna wait till I'm with my sister because we are rom-com queens. The last rom-com that we watched together is when she came to LA, we went to go see Anyone But You in theaters. And it was such an epic sister day. We saw it at the Grove. We had so much fun. I thought that movie was fucking amazing. So I was like, if this is anything like that, I'm just going to be so excited to watch it with her. And it was a nice way to distract herself on Mother's Day. So we had a glass of wine and we sat down to watch The Idea of You. So I want to talk a little bit about that, but more so than just about that movie, I also kind of want to talk about rom-coms because some of you might say they never went away. And to you guys, I say, I'm with you. I was always watching rom-coms. But I do feel like the rom-com had a lull for a little bit. And it kind of feels like return of the rom-com. Once again, return of the rom-com. Start thinking about what are the best rom-coms of the 2020s. So of this decade, not of the last decade, but of this decade. And we've got some good ones so far. So streamoffs.com/Roxy Stryer. Send in what is your favorite rom-com of 2020, 2021, 2022, 2023, 2024. So these 5 years, what's the best rom-com so far? Also, would love to hear your favorite rom-com of all time, just because I'm curious what your taste is. And did you see The Idea of You? What did you think of it? Plus, any other questions, comments, concerns, or support. You guys know this is an entirely fan-funded show. only able to be here because you guys allow me to. And I don't even know if you've been allowing me to recently. So send in that support. Like I said, streamlabs.com/RoxyStryer. Thank you so much to anybody who's watching this live or after the fact. If you leave a Streamlabs after the fact, I read it for the next show. I am home for a few days. And so hopefully I'll be able to stream a little bit more while I'm here because I have missed you guys. And it's nice to be able to stream when I'm back on the East Coast. Just feels cozier, different, more low-key streams like home. Because I am home. All right. So shall we talk about it? Shall we talk about The Idea of You? This is a movie that went straight to streaming on Apple. And it was, if you're like me, I kind of mentioned this, it was all over my timeline. Christian and I left me funny because I said everyone was talking about it and none of his friends were talking about it. Kind of makes sense that none of his friends were talking about it, although it does span generationally because the younger actor in this, usually you guys know it's older guy, younger girl. This is older woman, younger guy. And Hathaway's 41. Nicholas, I believe, is 28, 29. And that is something that's very much called to in this movie. I did find that to be a little strange because if there was a 12-year age gap between actor and actress, usually in rom-coms, traditionally, we never call to that. It's just very common that an older guy with a young woman. And in this movie, it's just they harp on it so much. But I did notice end of last year, and Anyone But You, between Glenn Powell and Sydney Sweeney, they talked about the age gap a lot as well. So maybe that's just a more regardless of gender, maybe that's just a thing that comedies are doing nowadays, or movies are more doing or more aware of. I'm not exactly sure. Let me know if you guys have noticed that trend as well. But this is a movie that is, I think, based on fan fiction written by a fan of Harry Styles. And it's like, kind of feels like a fantasy thing. I am actually shocked that after I watched this, I went to look and I think, let me actually pull up the exact number. So The Idea of You, Rotten Tomatoes, currently has an 84% tomato meter, but a 68% audience score. I feel like when it comes to rom-coms, typically, SMS says this isn't fanfic. I think that they said it was. Let me see. Harry Styles, Anyone But, or The Idea of You. Idea of You. The Idea of You author regrets revealing Harry Styles as her inspiration. So it's still like an author, but book's origins rooted in feeling that life for older women can be more than the sum of their obligations to others. And I guess they're not referring to it as fan fiction, but more inspired by. You did tag us in that reel, but it was the big thing account. The account you should have tagged. What? I have no idea what you're talking about. What account was I supposed to tag? Can you let me do my show? I'm in the middle of something right now. What? Not even talking about that. Okay, anyway, so I don't know if they're exactly calling this fan fiction, but The Idea of You, she's obviously regretting revealing Harry Styles' inspiration because she didn't want to be named like a fanfic author, but it's very clear when you're watching this that it is like a fantasy about a pop star that you would think is kind of fanfic. It felt like the plot was straight up taken from Reddit. But anyway, so the Rotten Tomatoes score being higher for the critics, significantly 20 points higher for the critics than it is for the fans, for the audience score, I was kind of surprised by going into it. After watching it, I feel like I totally understand why. If you look at Anyone But You, that movie did not do well with the critics, which I felt was wildly uncalled for. Anyone But You got a 54% with the critics, but an 87 audience score. So completely flipped from The Idea of You and Anyone But You. By the way, those movies having similar titles is just driving me up a wall. But and there's another movie that's coming out with the girl from Pretty Little Liars that's called The Image of You. What's with the of yous? Idea of you, anyone but you, image of you. Just like, how are we supposed to keep it all straight? Although there's been so many titles. I get it. It's a rom-com. Idea of you, image of you, anyone but you. They're all going to sound similar. But anyone but you, slammed by critics, crushed with audience, opposite for idea of you. I tend to be with the audience, not with the critics. And surprise, surprise, that's exactly how I felt about these two movies. I thought the idea of you was not even, didn't hold a candle to anyone but you. Idea of you was fun. It was cute. I think Anne Hathaway is an absolute star. I feel so guilty. I didn't like her for so many years. Do you guys ever have those people that just rub you the wrong way? I know so many people didn't like Anne Hathaway, and it's kind of like we're all coming to the consensus of why. I didn't like her because she said that she was anti-weed at the time, which now she's taken that back. And also, like, is that even a good reason to really not like an actor? Because probably not. But okay, my little teenage self was up on her high horse, whatever. She's a star. She's a star. She looks about 20 years old in this movie, which is maybe why them harping on their age was so funny, because they looked the same age. She is just got it. She's got that thing about her in this. She's sexy and sweet, but looks like a billion-dollar woman. Like she's really got it going on. And the other guy that I didn't recognize at first, Nicholas Galvanstein, or my sister told me it rhymes with magazine. Galvanstein, yeah, Galvanstein. I don't know how to say it still. I watched in Red, White, and Royal Blue and fell in love with him there. Ironically, I thought he was sexier in that movie than this movie. I only say that's ironic because that's a queer love story about two gay men. And while he's making out with another man, I was like, he's hot here. When he's with Anne Hathaway, I'm like, Anne Hathaway's hot here. So I just was like, okay, the movie that I watched with Sky last night, The Idea of You, it was totally a watchable rom-com. But I didn't think it was as fun, as funny as Anyone But You. But if we're just saying, should you watch it, should you not? I think, yeah, if you're looking for a rom-com in 2024 and you don't want to go out to the movie theater and you have Apple already, it's definitely cute enough. I said to my sister afterwards, I was like, did you love that movie? And we're kind of easy marks with rom-coms. She was like, no, it was good. And that's exactly how I feel. Didn't love it. Liked it. Really liked the actors. At one point, we're almost done with the movie, and she turned to me and she was like, what's the message of this movie? Because it starts to get a little dicey. Like, it starts to feel like it's one of those movies that's saying, you can't have it all. Like, pick. What do you want? Your career or your love life, because you can't have both. Your family or your career or your love life, because you can't have all. So just pick one, and that's the one you can have. That ends up not being the message. I won't give spoilers, but the message ends up being, more like all in due time, which I appreciate more as a message. The chemistry was good. Yeah, even the daughter in this movie, she looked the same age as Anne Hathaway. All of them looked kind of the same age, and they just kept talking about these big age gaps, and that was a thing. The ending was lame. That's interesting. I didn't think the ending was lame. I thought I put a nice little bow on it. Could have used more of a bow, but it didn't bother me. Streamlabs.com/Roxy Super chat in. For those of you guys who don't know, we much prefer Streamlabs to super chats as creators because YouTube says they take about 30%, which is already a lot, but then ultimately they end up really taking closer to 50%, which they've done for the last couple of years. So if you want more of your money to go to the creator instead of to the moon, then make sure you Streamlabs in instead of super chat. But either way, I appreciate the support. We are an entirely fan-funded show. The only reason I'm able to be here is because of you guys. So keep up the fan funding if you would like to have me continue doing Live at the Roxy. And okay, starting with today, Mike Joyce. What you got, Mike Joyce? He says, I'm curious if you've ever seen The Fall Guy. I just saw it again. It's not a great movie, but I think you, lover of love and shipper of ships, would love it. The romance between Ryan Gosling and Emily Blunt is central to it. That's so funny that you said you didn't say if you've ever seen, you just said you've seen. I was like, if you've ever seen it, it hasn't been out that long. No, I have been missing everything. I missed the Apes movie. I missed Fall Guy. And I haven't seen Furiosa, which a lot of people I know have seen. I've just been missing so many things that I feel bad. I'm behind on my movies. I have been watching a ton of TV, and I want to do 2 different TV shows here live with Roxy. One, I just want to go through every show that I've watched this year so far and kind of give my thoughts on it and hear your guys' thoughts on it. And another, I want to do a more organized, my top 10 of the year for the first part of the year for the first 5 months or whatever it is. Yeah, we're 5 months in almost. And do a top 10 because I just TV has never been better, and it makes it even harder to leave to go to the movies because I'm so behind on my TV. I've been tracking all the shows that I'm watching right now. I think I'm about 50 shows deep at this moment. Let us see. Okay, TV shows, 52 shows deep right now, and that's not including the fact that I started binging Reacher. So I'm on season 2 of Reacher right now. But when I finish that, I'll add it to the list. And some of those shows are not completed yet because they're mid-season. Like The Jinx is still mid-season, MILF Manor, Hacks is still mid-season, Sugar I haven't finished yet, Gerard Carmichael Show I haven't finished yet. So there's just Grey's Anatomy is midway through the season, Abbott Elementary still has episodes left, Shark Tank. But still, that's a lot of shows for me to be watching right now. I think after I binge Reacher, I think I'm going to go and do Apples Never Fall. Did any of you guys watch that one? And maybe I'll do the X-Men show. I don't know. I don't know if I really feel like it, but people just keep saying it's so good. Let me know if I should watch it. Streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer. So no, I have not seen The Fall Guy yet. I have heard it's really good. It also did not do well in theaters. I am bummed to see that. I saw some comment the other day that was like, everyone in Hollywood, everyone always complains that Hollywood just keeps making non-original movies. And they're so sick and tired of all of these franchises and all of these sequels and all of these reboots. But then an original movie comes out like Fall Guy and nobody goes to see it anyway. And they're not wrong. We have to, all of us kind of have to learn to put our money where our mouth is because, of course, these studios are going to follow suit. Like, if the only movies making money are the huge tentpole movies and those are the only movies making money in theaters, those are going to be the only movies they put in theaters. And if we don't go see Fall Guy, and I'm one of them, I didn't go see it. And I'm somebody who's like, oh, I want more original movies in theaters. And then I didn't go see it. So I can't be that annoyed when we don't get more movies like Fall Guy in theaters. I'm glad that it was good, though, that it seemed good. I'm curious who else watched it also. But okay, so going over some of the rom-coms from the last few years, I feel like the craze kind of kicked back off this in 2020 with Palm Springs. I know that movie kind of has more than one genre. It's like a Groundhog's Day type, we're reliving over and over again. But at its core, it is a rom-com. And I think that was a rom-com that really got the people talking. It wasn't just a rom-com for rom-com fans. It was a rom-com for comedy fans because romance kind of took a back seat to the comedy, even though it was definitely a rom-com. And I think that that's really cool that so many people fell in love with that movie. If you guys remember during Oscar talk, a lot of people thought that it should be Oscar nominated because that's how much they loved the movie. Also came out during a really tricky time during the pandemic, people watching it at home, needing new movies, needing to feel humor and light, levity. And so I think Palm Springs really was a good start to the 2020 decade in terms of rom-coms. There's been several other ones that I have seen in the last few years that really made me happy. And Red, White, and Royal Blue is one of them. That's also Nicholas Galveston. I'll get there one day. That movie I thought was absolutely incredible. It is an epic, funny, queer, cross the pond, British American love story that just, I don't think they could have done a better job with it. 2 absolute smoke shows at the lead. It felt like, I don't know, like My Date with the President's Daughter or something along those lines. Felt like kind of a classic rom-com, but with 2 men who were of different houses, both alike, and really funny. From the first scene, this doesn't spoil the movie, it comes so quickly, but like with an entire cake getting knocked down, you just know it's going to be kind of slapsticky, very cutesy. And that was a really good one that came out last year, I believe. Thank you to Paco Loco with the super sticker. I appreciate you, my dear. Streamlabs.com/Roxy Strider. Send in the best rom-com of this 2020's decade so far. Also, let me know what your favorite rom-com of all time is so I can kind of get your taste. Going into the Streamlabs, Logic Blaster. Thank you, Logic Blaster. Says, love your channel, Roxy. Have you watched X-Men 97? This is what I'm talking about, Logic Blaster. No. Should I? Should I? Should I? You guys tell me to, I will. But also should I? Like, knowing that I don't have the nostalgia for the X-Men animated series originally. I don't typically love animated series unless they are raunchy, like a Harley Quinn, the animated series, or a BoJack, or Has Been Hotel. I do like the X-Men. Should I watch this? Like, is it really that good that even for somebody like me that I should? Let me know. Thank you, Paco Loco. Mwah. Appreciate the super chat. Again, streamlabs.com/Roxy Strider or super chat in. Wow, a lot of you guys are saying yes to the X-Men. It's just like, well, Zeno Hour just said it. Andrew says he's only seen 2. It's an intriguing story. Okay. Well, I can't promise yes, but I won't say no yet. We shall see if I end up actually deciding to do that. Maybe. More rom-com stuff. I went to the premiere. It was a Netflix original movie of a movie called Your Place or Mine that was with Reese Witherspoon and Ashton Kutcher. And that must have been 2023. I thought it was really cute and kind of classic rom-com in the way that it was 2 major A-list celebrities that were having a will they, won't they, BFFs forever, long distance. Can they make this work? You're rooting for them. I think it was a smart way for them to shoot this because very clearly Reese Witherspoon and Ashton Kutcher didn't have to be on set together the whole time because they were in 2 different cities for most of the time. And they're 2 A-list stars doing a Netflix movie. So I'm sure that they were like, we can't work out our schedules to be in the same room all the time, which was noticeable, but the movie still totally worked. And it was cool to see. I am a huge Reese Witherspoon fan. I think she is one of the most talented actresses. And to see her in like a cutesy rom-com, and Ashton Kutcher and her had really good chemistry when they were in the same room. Also had somebody who I'm absolutely in love with, Jesse Williams, who you guys know I've been obsessed with since Grey's Anatomy. Actually met him once right after he gave his huge speech at the NAACP Awards, and I was like, went up to him and was like, your speech was amazing. My heart was pounding. He was like, thank you so much. And I was like, he's so cute. Okay, but this movie was really cute. So another good one if you are looking for rom-coms to watch of this decade that you might not have seen. I think that was a really cute one. Thank you to Paco Loco for another super sticker. Appreciate you, my dude. Streamlabs.com/Roxy Strider. Send in your support. We're an entirely fan-funded show. Can't do it without you guys. Let's go into the Streamlabs for a second. Mike Joyce says, to me, the best rom-coms of the last few years are Long Shot. What year was Long Shot? I'm going to say that was way longer than the last couple of years. But I did love Long Shot. Long Shot was 2019. Okay, that doesn't count for this decade then, but I will give it to you. Long Shot was awesome. Another one with massive A-listers with Seth Rogen and Charlize Theron. Huge. Oh my God. Bob Odenkirk, Alexander Skarsgård, O'Shea Jackson Jr., Andy Serkis, June Diane Raphael, who I think is amazing too. Star-studded cast. That's a good one. Okay, Long Shot, Anyone But You. Happiest Season. That's one I don't know. Let's look. With all the streaming rom-coms, it is also crazy that there are rom-coms that I've never even heard of. This is 2020 with Kristen Stewart. Oh, and Mackenzie Davis and Aubrey Plaza. Okay. And Alison Brie and Dan Levy and Mary Steenburgen, Victor Garber. What? How did I miss this one? Happiest Season. I'm going to watch this on Hulu. Happiest Season. Let's see. Rotten Tomatoes. Did you guys like Happiest Season? Yes, you did. The critics gave this an 82%. Audience gave it 72. So fresh for critics. Thank you for letting me know. I've got to watch this one. They don't make rom-coms like The Proposal or Crazy Stupid Love these days. My favorite rom-com is an oldie but a goodie. It happened one night. I love it. I love all of these that you just let me know. Thank you for sending them in. I'm going to watch the Happy Season. I'm screenshotting it and then adding it to my want to watch list. Poco Loco, thank you so much for the support. Don't forget, Streamlabs gives creators like 99% of your money. Super Chat takes half of it and gives it to the man. So the more support you can send to Streamlabs instead of Super Chat, the better. But I'll take your support wherever I can get it. So appreciate you. He said, the room is so dark, like the DCU. Dark and gritty. We only make dark and gritty things. I know. I'm in my dad's basement. And I've just got this one little ring light here. But can you guys see me? Hopefully you can see me fine. Oops. Let's see. I think you can. But thank you for the comment and for the support. Super sticker, super sticker, super sticker. We love the super stickers. Ash in the Streamlabs, streamlabs.com/RoxyStar says, I enjoyed Happiest Season a lot more than most people, I think. Kristen Stewart, Mackenzie Davis, Christmas rom-com. Oh, it's a Christmas movie. That's why I didn't see it. I do miss a lot of Christmas things. Although, whatever the most recent Lindsay Lohan Christmas movie was I watched, that was a rom-com. That was cute as shit. Can't even deny it. But I would watch anything with Lindsay in it. Big fan. In the super chat, Andrew Thomas says, happy birthday, Eve, Sexy Roxy. Happy birthday, Eve. My birthday's in July. You're saying your birthday, Eve, Andrew Thomas? When We First Met is a great Netflix time travel rom-com like that I like. When We First Met. I don't know that one either. Let me look. When We First Met. Okay. Oh, all right. With Adam Devine and Alexandra Daddario. Oh, I think I saw a review for this. I mean, a trailer for this back in the day. 2018. Is it worth my time? Has anybody else seen it? Let me know. Oh, yeah. It's your birthday, Eve. Well, you can't just say happy birthday, Eve, to me, but happy birthday, Eve, to you. Happy birthday, Eve, to you. Super sexy Andrew. What? What are you going to do for your birthday? Let us know. And send in Streamlabs, streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer. Everybody else in the chat, wish Sexy Andrew a happy birthday, Eve. Okay, going through some other rom-coms that I liked this year. Let's see, or not this year, in this decade. No Hard Feelings was so good. No Hard Feelings, I think I liked Anyone But You best. But No Hard Feelings, it slapped. Jennifer Lawrence, to me, is not to be trifled with. That is one badass babe. She is so talented. She is like always taking control of her own narrative. She takes a step back when she needs to. She moves front and center when she needs to, wants to. She has seemingly like a whole full life. And I just think she's an absolute baddie icon. I am so effing here for Jennifer Lawrence. And I think that No Hard Feelings was also kind of unique. It's not like, parents hiring somebody to date their son is the most original story we've ever heard. But I loved the way it was done. I thought it was cute and endearing, and she kind of put on this more like tough girl vibe. And yeah, I just love her, and I loved it. And she's an absolute star, truly a star. Streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer. Super chat in. What's the best rom-com of the 2020s so far? And then just let me know what your favorite rom-com of all time is. Guys, Poco Loco is just being the dopest. We need 69 viewers. Tell me about it. I used to do these streams and get 350 viewers easy, live, thousands afterwards. I have things on this channel have 100,000 views. I kind of just, it's not what this channel's for me anymore. This is like, it's just not that I don't want viewers, and I want people here who want to be here. And if we have 69 viewers, hell yeah. But I just like my people, and I like to do these streams. I like to do them when I want to do. I like to talk about whatever I want to talk about. I like to chat with you guys. I like the Streamlabs, Super Chat, fan funded, so I don't have to listen. I can only take from, I don't have to listen to like what the algorithm's saying or what I feel like I have to cover. It's just you and me. And I'm just so grateful for anybody who helps support the show. So, but 69 viewers would be funny because 69, but you guys know I hate 69. No, not shaming. It's not for me. Loco Loco with the super sticker. That's what's up. You're talking about yourself. Yeah? When was I talking about myself? Just now? Well, it's my show, so if I was, well, then I was. But you're the shit. Carrying the team on your back today. And we are so grateful. But it is the only way we're able to be here. So everybody, let's hear it for all the Streamlabs and super chatters today, including Boco Loco, but also to Mike Joyce, and to Ash, and to Logic Blaster, and to Sexy Andrew, who it's his birthday eve. All of the people. Go on, Poco Loco. Is it Paco? Yeah, Paco Loco. Guys, I did not have very good vision. I went today to go get, I wanted to do two things while I was home. Number one, get my eyes checked because I haven't done that since elementary school and your girl can't see well. Number two, I wanted to get TSA pre-check because I fly a lot and those lines be so long. And for 5 years, apparently it's $70-something, which is pretty good for 5 years. But I went to do it today and they were closed. So that's that. Okay, so Palm Springs, anyone but you, red, white, and royal blue, your place or mine, no hard feelings. Would you guys call past lives a rom-com? It's more like a rom-drom. I love rom-drom-coms, and there is a lot of comedy in it too. Like more like irony. Also, would you call Elemental a rom-com? When I think of animated movies, I just think of animated movies as animated movies. That's their genre. But they all have genres. There's animated dramas and comedies, whatever. So to me, Elemental is totally a rom-com, rom-com, and it's one of the best. It's so good. Do you guys think of it that way, or do you just think of it as a animated movie? Paco Loco, back in the super chat. Which superhero would you like to be? So many of them. So many. I think that I would make a really good Black Canary. She's not a hero, but it'd be so fun to be Harley, obviously. Let's think. That was just me sticking in DC. Who do you guys want to see me as? You answer the question for me. Paco Loco. Animation is a medium. That's true. I just think of it as a genre, which I guess it's not. That's how I feel. Oh, you guys think Elemental is the best rom-com of last year? Is Elemental the best rom-com of the 2020s so far? Let me know. We're getting out of here soon because I have to get ready to watch the Celtics game. I'm so excited to be able to watch the Celtics game in Boston with my brother and my dad. My sister doesn't watch. Crazy chica. So that's on soon. Go C's. Get it C's. Let's hope they win. Maybe me being home is a good luck charm, so I have to be home all the time. Okay, any final Streamlabs, streamlabs.com/RoxyStar or super chat, send them in now. If you send them in after the stream, I'll read them for our next stream. We got one in the Streamlabs. Okay, let's go, Logic Blaster, with your second Streamlab of the day. Okay, Logic Blaster. My favorite rom-com is Big, starring Tom Hanks. from the 1980s. I mean, it has sci-fi element also, but I still consider it romantic comedy. I think that's fair. It's like definitely comedy first, and then, but I hear you. It's so cute. I haven't seen Big in so many years, but I remember really liking it. Pick one superpower. Obviously, it's teleportation. Anybody who doesn't pick teleportation confuses the flying fuck out of me. Teleportation. Maybe if you don't pick teleportation, you don't give a shit about like being able to teleport. Thank you again to Paco Loco. What the hell? My dude. Who are you? Reveal yourself. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, Jake, definitely teleportation. Like me and my mod on the same page always. Not always. Happy birthday to all of the birthday people in here. People with birthdays this week. Jake, Andrew. Happy birthday. So happy you get to do that, Rox. Watch the Celtics. Me too, Brittany. Me too, boo. I'm very happy about it. Yeah, it was nice. It was nice to be able to go to the cemetery yesterday for Mother's Day, to be with my family, be home, to watch a silly rom-com. It's really nice to be here right now. I also went over to my grandma's house over here yesterday. I was able to see her for Mother's Day. But I was supposed to be here for a week, and I just don't know. Being away from Grammy and Papa this long is just like kind of fucking killing me. And I have a lot of work to do. And just you guys know Papa hasn't been doing particularly well, and I just don't like not being there. So I just, but we'll see how long I can stay here for. I'm trying to stay for my brother's birthday, which is on Saturday. So I can spend with them. Sam says May birthdays. Hell yeah. Okay, what's going on? Top dog. RLG. Word. I'm bringing every video of you and Tara. Oh, I'm binging every video of you and Tara on Real Rejects. You two seriously rock. Thank you so much. I love her. We've been texting all day. And we texted yesterday because Dead Moms Club. So yeah, she's become my homie. I really, really care about Tara. She's awesome and so talented and just fucking great. Really like her. I fly with no clothes on. LOL. No, but Paco Loco. Here's the problem with choosing flying. How fast? Like, no way are you faster than an airplane. So what are you going to do when you want to travel cross country? For hours? It's just not practical. It'd be so cool. It's not practical if you've got to get places, you know? I'm not trying to shit on your power that you chose, but just think teleportation's the move. And also, I'm going to teleport to all different parts of the universe. All around. All right, that's it for me. Wish the Celtics luck tonight. Huge shout out to everybody who supported tonight, including Paco Loco. Huge. Andrew Thomas. Happy birthday, Eve, my dear. Shout out to Top Dog Girl. I can't be saying it right. I got to see it differently. Thank you for the support. To Logic Blaster, to Ash, to Mike Joyce, to all of you guys. Thank you for being here. You make these streams possible. And if you're watching after, leave in the comments, what's the best rom-com of the 2020s? Let me know. Did I miss something big? Is there something else great? Christian Hardesty with that birthday in May as well. Okay, all the May people. That's why the rock stars are so stubborn. We got a lot of Tauruses in here. Yeah, a lot of Tauruses. Listen, I don't believe in that stuff, but sometimes that should be true. We got some solidified stubbornness in here. I feel you guys. Okay, stay safe, stay sane. Put down the toilet seat and lid. We don't want those perfumes. Don't remember the Holocaust, just for all the people, all of the people who have lost their lives due to excessive force. My body, my choice, wherever you are on the rainbow. We love you. We stand with the women of Iran, some of the bravest women we've ever seen. Man, it's breaking my heart over there. Golden Sparkles for the Demon himself, Glenn Caesar. What did you say about Gemini? I'm a Gemini. Oh, that's the end of May. Right. I don't know. My ex was a Gemini. It's a bit of a tough one. I don't know. No, it's true, so it doesn't matter. Just be you and be the best you that you can be. Golden sparkles for the Zen one himself. Glam, we're thinking about you all the time. Okay, much love, my loves, and see you maybe tomorrow, maybe the next day. Definitely Wednesday for World Girls, but maybe earlier than that. And okay, and all over Real Rejects all week long. La la la. Later.